When people smile too quickly, you're like, oh my gosh, that's perfect. You're like a puppy. Like, relax. Like, you can be authentic, and I'm not saying this, but what I'm saying is like, okay, when you're trying to be in a negotiation perspective, and you're about to win a negotiation, win, quote unquote, you can delay that smile, and delaying that smile, even if it's for 2 seconds, communicates and sub-communicates status, right? Have you guys seen those movies where like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and Kevin Hart are together, and they're like in the jungle, whatever, fighting bad guys, and Kevin's the dumb one, and Dwayne's the big guy, and one of them gets the hooker or whatever. What's up, Damien? And then the bad guy, or even if you look at Despicable Me, just classical bad guy movies. When the bad guy gets caught, it's like slow claps. It's always slow movement, slow clap. You caught me. But he's not like, ha ha ha, you caught me. No, he's like, face still the same. Well done. And then he smiles. He's not like, ha ha ha, unless he's the Joker. He's not like, ha ha ha. No, he's like a cool mofo. That's the kind of vibe you want to have, especially when you're negotiating with people. So delayed smiles convey status. Now, a relaxed face conveys a calm nervous system, especially a lot of us business people, and just people in general that are kind of a bit more like high dopamine or like ADHD, etc., whatever it is, whatever you want to call it, but put that aside. When, like I said, with zygomatic facial expressions, when you repeatedly are experiencing a certain emotion, your body reflects it. So for example, if I'm always stressed, and I used to have this worse, but I've relaxed a little bit now as I've gotten a bit older, you can tell how distrusting someone is by how prominent the lines are in their head, because they're always practicing this, they're always doing this. They're always questioning things. So the more you do this, the more these lines are going to be permanent in your head. Who on this call has seen a lot of people with those lines in their head? I have seen a lot of people with those lines in their head. Super skeptical people. Alvin said he has one line. Right? But I'm 26. I know 26-year-olds that have prominent, they've already got gray hair and they've got like 4 or 5 of those lines. Right? They're always super skeptical. But if you have a relaxed, and this takes time to practice, right? But if you have a relaxed face, it signifies a calm nervous system. I'm 26. I still look super young, especially when I'm shaved. When I shave, I look like I'm 22 still, right? You want a relaxed face. Because if you have, then you also, so that's one thing. Another giveaway when it comes to stress, so it's also the jaw. If the jaw is clenched, can't really see it here, but if the jaw is super clenched, that again really shows that people are like, oh, like I'm very tense. And it shows in their mouth. They barely open their mouth. Okay. Yeah. If they can't show the full expression on their face, right? And I'll get to the expression on the face in a second. It shows that again, very tense personalities. So if I notice I'm discussing with someone that has much of these lines and they've got really tight jaw, I understand I'm talking to a highly skeptical individual. My talk track is not super, hey, I'm Dami, I'm 26 and I have a multi-million-dollar company. Nah, how are you? Look, a lot of people don't succeed. I tell them what they want to hear. A lot of people don't succeed. Yeah, 80% of our clients are successful. And the people that aren't successful, they don't respond to my team on time. And they're very slow. And, but those that do well, they're very responsive. And they're very good at asking the right questions and taking action. And I don't want you to do something that you don't feel comfortable doing. We're not for everyone. I'm very upfront about that. But if you are looking to grow, then we're just simply an option that you can consider. Boom. Like it's a very different pitch. If someone has the lines and they have a tight jaw, face reading, zygomatic facial expressions. But if someone, and you guys, as I'm saying this, you guys are going to be like, this sounds so simple and it makes so much sense. And you probably unconsciously knew this, but you didn't consciously know this. So now someone kind of looks like me, their face is a bit more relaxed. Maybe they've been on earth less, or they've had less pain in business. Their face looks really smooth, not smooth, but less trauma in like areas like here, or less conscious around the jaw. And they're super expressionistic still. You know how I can tell how new someone is in business? How excited they are. Even me, I'm like, I know how to generate energy, but I don't really get as excited anymore. Because I'm just like, there's so much ups and downs in this shit. But I can tell someone's new at business and they're probably more closable. When they're very like, really? Wow. like they're showing all these facial movements. I'm like, you don't have repeated disappointment in your face yet. Makes sense, right? So relaxed face. Now, a fake smile versus a real smile. A real smile, it's called a Duchenne smile, is where it also lifts the creases of your wrinkles here. So this is a fake smile. Doesn't get to my wrinkles here, right? There's a real smile. Right? That's a real smile.